Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Have you seen what the mainstream media has been doing the last couple weeks? Flipping the script on reality, accusing we, the truth speakers online, of being the fake news. The mainstream media that literally manufactures news on the daily, truly fake news to deceive people, to steer them down the path of agenda. They want to come out and call the truth speakers the fake newsmakers. And the reason they're doing that right now is because they got a segment of the truth community to fall for the pizzagate hoax, which we'll talk more about. What I'm going to do here is call out Len Pozner, who went on CNN December 8th and talked about his organization Honor that's on the web with the mission of taking down all content saying that Sandy Hook is a hoax. Sandy Hook is a hoax. And the reason they want to take down that content is because it exposes the truth of what goes on with the real fake media, the mainstream media that has been given the power and authority to deceive the masses with lies every day. So anyhow, Len Pozner, he supposedly lost his son Noah on December 14th, 2012. We're coming up on the 4-year anniversary. In the wake of Pizzagate, he's now making the rounds again, talking about his organization Honor and these despicable people online that they call hoaxers. You know, they've labeled us as hoaxers. He got to do this piece talking about Honor and the targeting of truth online. And when I say truth, I mean the people who have exposed the lies of Sandy Hook, the false flag shooting that never happened, that's all about selling more weapons, selling more fear. That's what a lot of you don't get about Sandy Hook. These shootings, they sell more guns and bullets. That's what they do largely. And then they also give politicians something to falsely bicker about. Next thing you know, some government contractor's gotten a big contract to do more background checks on people, and ultimately, nothing's happened besides people's time and energy's been stolen, and the government's figured out another way to generate more revenue. So anyway, let's check this out. Let's look at this story of the hoaxers. It debuted December 8th on CNN. That was the day it came out. I want to show you what's up with this here, with the hoaxers, this word that they're using, that they're emphasizing. December 8th, 2016 was a date with 36 numerology. And if you count every number 1 through 36 and add them all together, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 36, it sums to 666, number of the beast from Revelation 13:18. This Pizzagate hoax, for example, where do I have this? Pizzagate in gematria sums to 666. Pizzagate truly is fake news. It was a fake news story created, again, to trap people in a lie so that they could be demonized and labeled a threat to free speech, a free society, as they love to call us. They're saying these people online are accusing this family pizza shop in Washington, D.C. of being a pedophilia ring, sex trafficking ring for children, headed by Hillary Clinton and John Podesta. And because of that story, you know, what are they saying? They're saying these people online, they're dangerous, they're a threat, something needs to be done, they need to be censored. James Elefantis, the pizza shop owners, come out and said, you know, there's laws in place protecting these people behind their screen names. That needs to change. You see, they're feeding us a narrative for why things need to change. Why people such as myself, and I don't even hide behind a screen name, I just use my real name. I'm not running from anybody. More people need to show their face and their name and say, you know what, I'm fed up too. That's the kind of movement I've been trying to lead for 3 years. So I'm not hiding. I'm not trying to mislead anybody. I'm not giving anybody the fake news. I'm revealing the truth. I know this Pizzagate psy-op is ultimately about coming after people like me who pose a threat to the tyrannical leadership, the same ones that control your media and your fake news. But anyway, Pizzagate 666. With regards to Sandy Hook, if you look up Adam Lanza, the fictional shooter that they created out of Photoshop, who supposedly weighed 112 pounds, Sandy Hook equals 112. You know, they put that detail in all these stories about him weighing 112 as his autopsy. Why do you need to know that? Sandy Hook equals 112. 112 is the alt dialing code for 911. That story put out to provoke fear. Anyway, they say he's from Exeter, New Hampshire, which has gematria of 216, 216. That's the backhanded way of getting to 666. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. One more thing. If you have Netflix, you can look this up right now. There's a horror movie called Exeter. It's about a abandoned child psychological ward that was supposedly used back in the day in Exeter, where they did all these horrible things to children. I mean, think about the story of Adam Lanza. Obviously, for that to be a real story, if you were fooled by it, you'd have to know that something awful must have happened to Adam Lanza. Here's a movie about awful things happening to children called Exeter, and in the beginning of the movie, the word Exeter's up, and it fades into 666. And lo and behold, Exeter, New Hampshire connects back to 666. This number of the beast, one of the numbers of the Freemasons, the Zionists, the Jesuits that they quote again in their propaganda. So anyway, hoaxers, gematria of 36 is the word hoaxers on a date with 36 numerology. 36 connects back to 666. See how this all comes together? That's the day they gave us this story. Also, they emphasize right here, people who think Sandy Hook attack was hoax give chills to victim's dad. Chills in gematria sums to 36. You see? Father of Sandy Hook victim speaks out against hoaxers. They say that 16 children died on the date of Sandy Hook. Newtown, where the shooting happened, has gematria of 33. The second biggest gun lobby in the nation behind the NRA is headquartered in Newtown, Connecticut. Again, this shooting sparked massive gun sales, record gun sales. NRA equals 33, Newtown 33, Masonry 33, Secrecy 33, False Flag 33. Remember Robbie Parker, the smiling parent who came out on camera like this, and then got the cue. And I'm Robbie Parker. Earlier today, I set up a Facebook page you can donate to because my daughter got killed. Do you remember this? Do you remember Robbie Parker? Robbie 33, Parker 33. You know what? Just in case you're new here, let me give you a tool. There's a gematria calculator where you can verify exactly what I'm saying. Let's just go there real quick, and let's just bust out some 33s on the Newtown false flag known as Sandy Hook. Decode Robbie Parker and a few more things here. All right. Internet's moving slow. So Newtown, 33. Right place for a false flag. Right place for a false flag. They said 16 children were killed. There's only one other number that sums to 33 when written out like that, and it's 90. Anyway, they said 16 children killed. The parent's name was Robbie Parker. Show you that Robbie and Robert are both 33. Parker 33. And with regards to NRA, you got to use the alphabetic order, but it also comes back to 33. And, there's a whole bunch of 33s. Important number. Masonry's 33. Secrecy's 33. Federal's 33. It's the Freemasons that are obsessed with 33 who founded this nation by the numbers. They believe in order out of chaos, so they stage these false scenes of terror and tragedy to bring about a new agenda, sell more weapons, divide people over gun ownership. That's also a huge part of it, just getting this conversation going, getting people to divide, getting people worked up. It's all about divide and conquer. Anyway, Order 33, Federal 33, you get the point. There's even more, but those are a good list for right there. And that website, I'll link it down in the description. The two methods you want to use are English reduction and English ordinal. And down in the description also, my How to Gematria video if you want to understand these methods better. English Sumerian is where you multiply the alphabet times 6. That's where pizzagate is 666. You see? Sandy Hook using the English alphabet's 112. And if you punch that in your phone right now, you're going to be connected to 911. Do a web search for Adam Lanza 112. See how many articles have been written about him being 112 pounds at his autopsy. They put these numbers in front of you to mock you. That's how the Freemasons communicate. So anyway, this father who's all scared, he's got the chills from the hoaxers online like myself. Len Pozner in gematria sums to 53, just like shooting. Pozner also connects to Sandy Hook, United States. It was a psy-op for a nation, propaganda for a nation. His son's name was Noah. Noah has gematria of 38, like death, like killing, like the date of the incident, which was December 14th, 2012. Look at the numerology. 38, 12 plus 14 plus 12. You see? His son Noah. And in this article, they write about how he has to hide out Len Pozner because the online truth community continues to threaten him. You know, they're making us seem like we're dangerous. That's what they're trying to instill in the minds of the masses who don't get it. Here's some recent headlines about the pizzagate hoax. This Sandy Hook news is coming on the back of the pizzagate psy-op. The big trap. Remember, there was supposedly a Sunday, December 4th, that a man walked into Comet Pizza with an assault rifle investigating Pizzagate, and the headlines were fake news gets real, how fake news is a threat. The phrase has become fake news. Edgar Madison Welch, the name of the man who supposedly walked into the restaurant in gematria sums to 84, just like fake news. I mean, have you ever seen Madison spelled with a double D like it is in this news story? 84, relevant to what the topic is of Pizzagate. Pizzagate is a story that's based on something that really happens in this world. There is child trafficking, there is pedophilia, there is all sorts of sick things going on. They're just not being run out of a pizza shop in the middle of Washington, D.C. They're being run in the highest of places where the authority is never going to let you know about it. They're just going to mock you and set this trap so that you fall for it so they can demonize you like they're now doing. I've been saying this since the beginning of Pizzagate, and people have been calling me a shill. All I do here is speak truth. That's all I do. You guys got to realize I'm way ahead of the game. No one in the world that's speaking truth right now is doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm showing you how the whole game is rigged and how you can learn the skill to see through it in moments. People don't want to take my word for it. I don't know what else I can do to prove it. Called all 3 of the major sports championships last year before the seasons began. The death of Prince, a million other things. I don't know what else I can do, people. I told you they were going to set you up with this shooting type thing before it even happened too. Got a video before it even happened saying that might happen. Anyway, notice that the word molest is 84. You know, this is what we're talking about, molesting children, abusing children. It was on a Sunday, Sunday 84, the only day of the week, just like Jesuit, the Jesuits, the Freemasons within the Catholic Church, which really do have these sex trafficking rings. The Catholic Church, which made the Christian day of worship Sunday instead of Saturday, the Sabbath day. Whoops. Divide and conquer, 84. This story, dividing up the truth community. Just look at all the people attacking me for saying that Pizzagate was a psy-op. I'm glad a lot of people are coming back and apologizing now who called me a shill weeks ago. United States of America, 84. The Jesuit States of America. And, you know, of course, this is also happening at the same time Donald Trump has been announced the president, the pussy grabber, the man who wants to fuck his own daughter. All of you who say he doesn't want to fuck his own daughter, he said in his own words, when his daughter was 13, he said, I am more sexually attracted to Ivanka at 13 than I am my own wife. That means he would rather fuck his own daughter than his own wife. And he made many comments over the years along the same lines. This is a sick man. If you haven't seen my video on Donald Trump by the numbers and the show he did in 2001 where he walks up to a table, it's a comedy show, but it's the skit that was given to us as real news with him and Billy Bush on the bus. In 2001, he went on Dennis Leary's show. There's a scene where Dennis Leary's out to dinner with an attractive woman. Donald Trump comes in the room, walks up to the table, asks Dennis Leary's character if he's fucking the woman, and he's like, what? And he asks him again. And he says, no, I just met her. This is our first time. And then right in that moment, Donald Trump just goes in for the wet kiss on this woman and then tells her to call him later. Donald Trump, the pussy grabber, the man who fought in World Wrestling, or what's it called, WrestleMania number 23. He now just appointed the wife of Vince McMahon, the CEO, to be in his cabinet. We are being mocked so terribly, truth seeker. So anyway, We were talking about all those 33s. I should have told you that pizza and gate are 33, huh? Washington, D.C. is 137, the 33rd Prime, the federal headquarters. Elefantis, the pizza shop owner, 33, just like Hillary Clinton, supposedly the lady pimp running the major sex operation out of the pizza shop. I mean, this is why the masses, you know what? This is why educated, sane people laugh at the conservative Christian right wing, because this is where they always are. They're always chasing some boogeyman and overlooking the people that they think represent them. Like, look at all these Christian conservatives that just voted for Donald Trump. Could you wear any more wool? I mean, seriously. Here's Donald. This commercial right here is from 2010. Donald Trump talking to sheep. Number 11, number 9, announced as the 45th president on November 9th. Donald and Jewish Gematria 119. I got a bunch of videos on this. All-Seeing Eye 119. Star of David 119. So anyway, now Hillary, she's weighing in on the fake news. Of course, the Pizzagate was blamed on her. They emphasize her story with her use of the words an epidemic, which equals 52 like government. The date of this story, the date of the story of the supposed armed gunman walking into the pizza shop, that was a date with 52 numerology. You know, Donald Trump, a Jesuit. His Jesuit training began in 64, 52 years before 2016. So funny how anyone could think that the sexual pervert between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump is Hillary Clinton. And I don't know what Hillary's up to, and I'm not defending Hillary. Hillary's a horrible human being, a liar. She's about to get it here in my video. Here's supposed to be Edgar Madison Welch, who's a registered actor in IMDb. They mentioned that Hillary Clinton's staying at her home in Chappaqua, New York. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I'm not from there. But anyway, just notice it has that gematria 39, like the number of books in the Old Testament. And again, that's who all these people are. They're the minions of the Zionist Jews. Hillary, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, they're already calling him the first Jewish president in headlines. He said on the campaign trail, nobody loves Israel more than him. Those are your real molesters. The Zionists, the Jesuits, the Freemasons in high places. Her hometown even has gematria of 84 in simple English gematria, like fake news where she's speaking about it from. How perfect. So let's see some of Hillary's fake news. You remember her collapse on 9/11? Remember, she was first lady. Bill had just become president of the United States when the 93 World Trade Center bombing happened, a story that hinted at the collapse to come. They said at the time that the buildings could have fallen in 93. They wrote about how it could have happened. If you've never seen my work on 9/11 and how the 93 World Trade Center bombings are synced up with 9/11 perfectly, you got to check that out. But anyway, the Clintons, Bill was not born Bill Clinton. Hillary became Clinton through marrying Bill, meaning neither of them have bloodline to Clinton. The Clintons in history are founders of this country, the original governorship of New York. Clinton, a New York heavy name. 39, big number in New York. If you missed my preview video for Sunday Night Football, I told you what was going to happen last night before the game was played. Everything lined up for the Giants. It was going to be a major 39 tribute, as it was. When you write out 10 as a word, it sums to 39. Be sure to check my blog, you guys. Tons of information here. Had a lot of the football games decoded before they were even played. But anyway, the headline on September 11th was that Hillary Clinton collapsed because she had pneumonia. Clinton has pneumonia in gematria, sums to 223, like Masonic, like the Synagogue of Satan. From the day she collapsed until her birthday was 45 days. This was a race to be the 45th president. Pneumonia in gematria equals 45. This is news by the numbers. This is how the mainstream manufactures fake news. So who is Hillary Clinton to talk about fake news when she's participating in it? You know, did Hillary ever come out and say that the collapse was fake? It was a staged mocking of the lies of 9/11? Of course not. She's one of the paid for, puppets in the mainstream that helps deceive the masses. You don't think Hillary and Bill and every president of this nation know the truth about 9/11 while they go out and lie to the masses who pay for their salary every day? Here's the real fake news makers. Regarding the Synagogue of Satan coding 223, this is a really important number 223. Masonic and Jewish gematria is 223. The Synagogue of Satan, the false Jews, as named in the book of Revelation. Real quick before we go into that, I just want to mention that Clinton has pneumonia, also sums to 88 like Trump. You know, they were trying to tell us something all along. Remember then Hillary had that long coughing fit in Cleveland where Trump had his convention? Anyway, Synagogue of Satan, this pizza shop, Comet Ping Pong Pizza 232 like Satan, rescrambling of the numbers 223, Synagogue of Satan, Satan. The date of the election, a date with 55 numerology, also connecting to Satan. The Politico article they wrote on this early on when they were trying to figure out if it was true or not, they called it Chucky Sleaze. Chucky Sleaze sums to 119, like All-Seeing Eye, like Star of David, like Master Plan, like Donald announced as the 45th president on November 9th, the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Berlin Wall equals 45. So anyway, I hope I expressed this clearly enough. I don't know if my delivery was as good as it should have been, but it's all here if you listened. And if you didn't catch it the first time, watch again. Fake news is made by the numbers. The people who make the fake news are on the media right now demonizing the truth tellers such as myself. You want to know how to spot fake news, you better learn gematria. And all your favorite YouTube channels that aren't mentioning gematria in their videos, hound them about using it. This knowledge needs to spread. There is nothing more useful in the world that is known right now in seeing through the lies. Nothing. Until next time, true